Welcome back, trainers. So the sort of Easter event has begun, and we do have some more rabbits appearing in Pokemon Go. We're going to be taking a look at counters to Mega Lopunny, as well as what you can expect to see here. So this is going to be going down April 4th until April 8th. You're going to have times 2 catch candy, a lucky egg that will last 1 hour and half distance to hatch those eggs when you do incubate them when the event does start in your area. And then we're going to be seeing 2 new shinies. Can't wait for that Diggersby. And then the Mega Lopunny rate, which we're going to be going over counters for and all the other details. Images, we're going to have links down below if you do want to save them yourself. So taking a look at the Pokemon that are going to be spawning in the wild here. You have Pikachu with Flower Crowns, Execute, Chansey with Flower Crowns, Eevee with Flower Crowns, Meryl, Plusle, Minun, Bunnelby, and Bunnelby. So you already know we're going to be searching for those Bunnelbys as well as trying to get XL candies or just stacking candies if you're not level 40. Taking a look at 2-kilometer eggs. We have Execute, Eevee with Flower Crowns, Pichu with Flower Crowns, Togepi, Azurill, Bunnelby, Happiny, Munchlax, Rufflet, and Bunnelby. So, looking pretty good. I am going to try to hatch not as much as possible, but, you know, if I get them, I get them. It is what it is. And there you go. If you're trying to get that Togepi, and finally, you're going to be able to evolve it. Why wouldn't they let us evolve the Togepi with the Flower Crowns? That was a very weird situation. So, taking a look at the collection challenge, you're going to have to get a Shadow Execute, regular Execute, Bunnelby, Bunnelby, Plusle, Minun, Pikachu, and then it looks like you're going to have to evolve into a Diggersby, Azumarill, and Chansey. And then you can see the field research tasks for this event are going to be catch 5 Execute for a potential Pikachu, Eevee, or Bunnelby. And then catch 25 Execute for a Chansey, win 2 raids for a Rufflet, potentially shiny there. And then catch 15 Execute for an Azumarill, and then use an Incent for a Chansey. So there you have the Easter tasks. Now let's go ahead and go over counters for Mega Lopunny, which is going to be a fighting and normal type. So this is going to be pretty interesting here. So taking a look at the top counters, we're going to simplify it after we go over the, fine details here, I suppose. So we're going to look at the move sets. So it does have a low kick and pound for the quick moves. For the charge moves, it has Hyper Beam, Fire Punch, and Focus Blast. We need to keep that in mind while we look at these counters here. So Mewtwo is just taking neutral from Hyper Beam and Fire Punch, so Focus Blast is going to be resisted. And then the Metagross super effective from the Fire Punch, and then the Moltres is going to be able to resist the Fire Punch and Focus Blast, while Alakazam resists the Focus Blast as well as, well, it's neutral on the Mega Pidgeot there, but it's going to kind of help you out if you go into the battle with the right Pokemon. You can kind of get a sense of what it does have for its moves when you do look at the recommended lobby. It cannot always be correct, but for these distinct moves here, it should kind of separate the Pokemon and recommend things that are going to resist what it is going to have for its moves. Moving down the line here, a more realistic lineup for people. I suppose we got Latios with Zen Headbutt and Psychic. Shadow Gardevoir still, a bit expensive there. Moving into more realistic territory, we have Conkeldurr with Counter and Dynamic Punch, regular Moltres with Wing Attack and Sky Attack because it is going to be fighting the Bunnelby, so super effective there. Then we have Shadow Glade with Confusion and Psychic, and Zapdos with Thunder Shock and Drill Peck. And remember, Thunder Shock is going to be a legacy move. You're going to have to get those through rating, and if it is a Shadow, well, you're going to have to TM it. Yep, there's no way getting a Shadow simply catching it with the Thunder Shock move. Just a little heads up so you don't waste your TMs there. So, coordinating with the moves, you're going to be able to do a lot better in these battles here. Moving down the line, and these are going to be from Pokebattler, and I will have a link as well. Moving down the list, and it's very surprising to me because I thought it would be like, at the top here, but number 13 is Shadow Machamp. So I'm sure things would be a little bit different at level 50, but then again, everything kind of gets bumped up from where they're at anyways. And then we have Shadow Execute with Confusion and Psychic, regular Metagross with Zen Headbutt and Psychic, Mega Charizard being beat by a regular Metagross is pretty crazy with Air Slash and Blast Burn, Gardevoir, Confusion and Psychic. Psychic's better than Synchronoise, plain and simple. And then Mega Gengar with Sucker Punch and Psychic. Psychic is going to be a legacy move on it. Moving down the list. Now, taking a look at the final counter list here, back in the day, this probably would have been the top of the list, but we have all this crazy stuff. We got the Megas, we got the Shadows, we got the, everything. The bonuses stacked on stacked on stacked. So here we are. We have Lucario at 19 with counter and Aura Sphere, Machamp regular with counter Dynamic Punch, 21 Glade, Confusion, and Psychic, Alakazam, Confusion, and Psychic is now a legacy on Alakazam. Yes, not Future Sight, Psychic. And then Espeon, Confusion, Psychic, and then finally Rayquaza, Air Slash, and Hurricane, a legacy. Taking a look at the clean-cut kind of counter guide here, you have Mewtwo, Psycho Cut, and Psystrike. Latios, Zen Headbutt, and Psychic, Conkeldurr, counter, Dynamic Punch, Moltres, Wing Attack, and Sky Attack, Zen Headbutt, Psychic, Metagross. I know, it's like, you know, the Meteor Mash defines this thing. And then we have Gardevoir with Confusion and Psychic, and for the Megas and Shadows, we have Mega Pidgeot, Mega Charizard, Y, Mega Gengar, Shadow Mewtwo, Shadow Metagross, and Shadow Moltres there. So just kind of a really, you know, quick analysis of what you want to use instead of going over all those terms there. So, and taking a look at all of the field research tasks that we do currently have right now, if you want to go ahead and pause this so you can see exactly what there is going on if you do not have them memorized, because these have kind of been around for some time here, some of them. So make 3 excellent throws in a row. Definitely I'm looking out for that one if I can get it. And that is going to be a Gibble, potentially shiny. So let's go ahead and move on to the raids here and see what we have for the tier 1s. Pikachu, Eevee, Flower Crown, of course. Timber for that shiny. Yeah, I got another one, guys. I couldn't believe it. I hatched it. Rufflet, and then Bunnelby is going to be the raid. So I may do a couple of those. I think they're going to be in abundance outside of them. So what's the point? Tier 3, Alolan Exeggutor, Chansey, Togetic, and Azumarill. For the Mega raids, Mega Gengar and Mega Manectric, and then, of course, Mega Lopunny. Is Mega Lopunny good? We've been over this. It is not horrible as a pure fighting type to go up against raids, but its quick move is holding it back. Focus Blast is okay, but if it had something else, it would be a little bit better. Taking a look at the newer task here, and just to refresh, if you didn't know, I'm sure you do by now, but this month's research breakthrough is going to be Jellicent. So, hey, yeah, you know, it could be worse, right? It could be a, I don't know, like a Paris or something, right? Maybe I should keep my mouth shut. Alright, so here we are. Finally, I'm going to show you, I was able to catch my Mew. We completed it. We'll go over all the details, the IVs, and, you know, what moves and how many TMs it took to get the moves that I want, because I did all that, and it is fun. You know, I have a lot of space in my bag now. I did toss 100 TMs, and as I was trying to get the move on, and I was thinking, you know, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, by the way, the IVs here, this is an XL Diggersby. This is the kind of area of IVs you want, and then, of course, you want, you know, better IVs for your other one if you don't want to go XL. So I made 2, one XL, one non. Why? Because, well, I just made one before I had enough XL, and it looks like I'm going to make another XL when I get a shiny. So we'll take a look at that Mew soon, and something pretty interesting, and I can't wait to bring it to you guys, is the fact that I've never used Mew in the Great League. So this is going to be pretty juicy, pretty interesting, pretty spicy. Thanks for watching, and take care, trainers.